Model Man Frank here. Frank from Model Man Frank. Sorry about that, guys. EQRC. I guess I had this on mute. Um, Let me just start by saying welcome. How are y'all? Um, all good? Good, good. You can hear me. Um, yeah, I guess maybe I had pressed the button here on the mic. Today's podcast is going to be about balls of wood, building airplanes, um, and such. Nowadays, building balls of wood airplanes is not as much as it used to be when I was a kid. Now you could just go out to any hobby shop, or you can go online, point, click. That's the model you want, and buy the plane. You know, a lot of the planes are coming already pre-manufactured with all the servos in them, and they're all ready to go. Uh, Tiger Moth included, which I'll talk about that one in just a moment. But you got the Cessna 310, which I just did a video on that. I'm having some problems with the landing gear system. I'm just going to start flying the model again and leave the landing gears down. A lot of people have gotten away. I go to the hobby shop. I'm sorry, my model club, and I'll talk to guys there and say, yeah, I like to build my own planes. And they're like, why does anybody want to build airplanes? You've never built a real Balsawood kit? Well, you can actually do that. I'm going to put a link in the description box, in the description down below. You can go to Gillows. So Paul Gillows actually made hobbies. This is one of their old brochures, and if you flip through it, you could actually see some of the planes that they would offer. And basically, it's a balsa wood kit. So there's two types of balsa wood kits. Nowadays, they use laser cut pieces of wood, and it makes it a whole lot easier to build the kit. Back in my day, and my dad's day, and grandpa's day, they used to use a stamp. And I've got an old Sterling kit here that um, I got from somebody, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So came with your plans. Your plans, you put them out, and then you could build the plane. Best way to do it is I'll show you in just a moment on how to do that. Um, all your kit would come out with, I don't know if the camera will show you, but see the numbers, and then if I rotate it like that, you can see that they're stamped out. They were cut. They were die cut. So this wood would go in, a die would come down and cut out the model. Now it's programmed into a laser cutting machine, and the program will actually cut out these pieces and leave a very fine line, so you're able to pop out the pieces. Case in point, the air coupe that I'm building still has a lot of the uh, bit marks on it, the burn marks. So you can see some of the burn marks, and it actually made it a lot easier to pull the parts apart, pull everything apart. With this type of build, the old style balsa kits, you have to use an X-Acto knife, and some you can still pop out. Okay, some were really well done, but others, like let's say a fuselage piece, let's say this piece right here, and you could see with that area like that, you'd have to use a very fine X-Acto knife to cut that out. Our kits are already built, so it would actually fall into this category, which would be a prefabbed aircraft that you just put together and do the decals and plug in your ESC your receiver and your ESCs and program it to your controller, and boom, you go flying. But the balsa kit, when you build the balsa kit, it's a little bit more rewarding. Yes, it's a little bit more time consuming. You're looking, it depends on how much. Uh, so like my Aero Coupe kit is taking a little longer because I have life things that go on. I have I have family commitments I have, and other things that I do in my life. I work 4 days a week and I have 3 days off. So in between those 3 days, I have family, I have church, I have family issues, and I also have mowing the lawn and taking care of the house. So, but then I have my downtime, and my downtime is I spend building model airplanes. I like building old balsa wood airplanes. To me, I like putting something together and then flying it. It's not the same as just going out and buying it and bang, putting it up in the air. Some guys nowadays, nobody really wants to build an airplane. It's starting to become a lost art. Back in my time, it was already starting to go on the downhill a little bit. There were still guys like my dad. They were still into building the balsa wood kit. Balsa wood, a sheet of balsa wood was, I don't know, you could buy a whole sheet like that big and about that thick. You could buy a sheet twice the size of this for $2. And then, you could go out and, bang out a plane, and, you could get plans, or you could make stuff up in your head and build it like that. The Gentle Lady and some of my other gliders that you see here, I built those. I bought the balsa wood and I built them myself. I still have a lot of kits left over from when the hobby shop that I used to frequent in Miami was still open, which was Orange Blossom Hobbies. And I was able to acquire some kits and hold on to them. I have a Japanese Zero. You can see the tail for it right in the back here. I built that one. The DR1, you can get the DR1 and a TBF balsa kits. Yes, Gillo still makes those kits, so you can get them. And if you look on the box, it'll actually tell you or you can go to the website, which again, I'll put the link in the description of this live video after this feed is done. I'll put the link in the description. Actually, I think I can share you the link right now. Hold on one moment, and we'll share the link. Maybe I can pop it right here in the chat. There you go. There's the chat right there. Try it out, EGRC, try it out. That'll take you to some of the other series. I was looking at it just a little while ago, and those are some of the balsa models. Now the kits run about $100 now. You're a lot more expensive. Back in my day, before inflation, an average kit would cost you, like the Hellcat kit would cost you about $50. Now they're running about almost $126. But you're going to take a little bit longer building something like this. Oh, great. You got it on the tab. Awesome. I'm glad. So there's this kit. This is an old Sterling kit. I actually have two of these kits now because this one was given to me by somebody. I also have another kit. Hold on one moment. I'm going to get that one. So this is one of the Paul Gillo's kits that was available, or you can still get. And this is how big the box is. This is, as you can see, EGRC. You can read this also. This is the F4UF Corsair with 4-bladed prop. You can build this kit, and this is how big the plane is actually. The person that actually had this kit before I did was, I guess, getting ready to build it as an electric model. And he had done all this construction here to do so. I, on the other hand, will probably end up doing the same thing, but I will be ending up to do where the motor placement and everything will be a totally different aircraft. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Comes with all the plans and everything that you need to build an airplane. The wing structure is just telling by the size of what you see here. He did this covering. This is not the covering that I would do. You can actually do the covering. If you have Facebook, you can follow Gillo's build groups online and talk to the guys on there. Everybody will tell you how a different way to build these things. This one here looks like it was built by a Neanderthal because, I mean, it's got a lot of, I mean, it's really eaten up inside. It looks like he's been doing it. The builder was actually doing a lot of fill in and everything. I got to do a lot of cleanup to this model before I can continue on building it and putting my own structure together here. But yeah, this is how big it is. So the DR1 is a great kit. As you can see on those, you'll actually be able to build a really nice DR1. And if you want to, you could probably take the plans and blow them up and build a bigger DR1. But yeah, Gillo's makes some really cool kits. Here they have the Ju-88, Ju-87 Stuka, the GAU. They also have the P-47 Thunderbolt, and you can see those in the link in Gillos.com, GillosIncorporated.com. One plane you will not see in the placement. They did make a B-29, but they don't have that B-29 anymore because it was just so much balsa. It was a lot to build, and it was a very large kit. The aircraft, this is the B-17. You can imagine what a B-29 in balsa would look like in a kit like this. The box was about that deep, and the box was about that big. So the plane was a lot bigger than that. The plane was actually a little longer. So it was probably like a 135th scale, I would say, probably 132 scale, B-29. And it was just a really nice kit, real pretty looking kit. Again, it was stamped out. It wasn't laser cut. So I'm sure whoever owns Gillo's models now will eventually look at putting together a plan to make another balsa kit of that aircraft. Other companies that put out, so Gillo's also makes, and they're still making the kit, would be, that would be a big job. Yeah, I always, when I was a kid, I wanted to build it. Problem is, I couldn't justify myself paying $80 for a balsa kit that I couldn't, because the technology back then was not like it is today. Little electric motors. I mean, the motors back then were huge, and they were the size of, it was a fan motor. So, I couldn't really justify myself building an electric plane like that or building it gassed. So Gillo's also builds, and EGRC, you may want to build this one. The Newport. You can see right there. This kit does come with laser cut parts. You can get laser cut parts with this model. Here are some of the laser cut parts. It's still wrapped in with a rubber band. I'm not going to take it off because if not, I'll lose the parts. But yeah, these are the laser cut parts. You can see them all nice and really, really well done. It's a really nice looking airplane. I really am looking forward to building it. This is the construction layout of what it would look like as you're building it. This one here, I definitely will build as an electric, but I'll build it with a small electric motor and maybe 2 channels. Or I will actually get the plans blown up so I can build a bigger plane. I really want to build one that's electric and build it up so I can make it into a really cool little dog fighter. You know, do a World War I video out there up at the field at Avon Park Model Area. Maybe one day go up there when Greg is up there over Fat Guy Flying RC. Maybe if he's flying one of his biplanes, him and I can get into a dog fight. But, you know, that would be something fun to do. Kit's really nicely laid out. It comes with vacuum form parts. You cut these out with a scissor. You cut these parts out with a scissor, and you do it very delicately. It also comes with a little vacuum formed man, machine gun, your radial motor, your rotary motor, and you can detail the model and really make a nice hanging model, or something like a museum quality model where you really build something really sweet and looking. Comes with plastic wheels in the kit. Snap them together and you got plastic wheels, or you can go ahead and make your own wheels. Best way to make wheels, you know, you can get something like this, or, you know, I'm sure somebody builds these types of wheels where I'll actually make a video on how to make these wheels using a gasket. So a regular gasket that you would find at a hardware store, you can make these wheels and make something really cool and attractive. So it comes also with the rubber band option. You can build it as a rubber band flyer. You tie a rubber band to it, you wind it up, and boom, it'll teach you in the plans. It'll tell you how to set it up so you can fly it as a rubber band flyer. With that said, you have to do a good weight and balance check and make sure that the propeller is situated where the plane will go around in circles, but also start to climb. That way you don't damage the plane. There are a lot of Balsa Wood kits out there. Well, there are still people making Balsa Wood kits. Another company would be Brodak, and I will add the link to that. So here you can see. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I got a lot of these kits here, a lot of these companies here. Brodak Manufacturing, they still do. Go to the electrics. They do control line models, but they also do electric kits. So if you ever want to get into electric kit building, they do a lot of their laser cut models. And here's another one, EGRC. You can take a look at this one here. And this is another company that does some. Brodak does some really nice planes. They put out some pretty good looking stuff. So yeah, you can actually do, they have, their prices range anywhere from $100 all the way to $200 to $300, depending on what you want to get into. So Brodak is one of those other ones. The other one would be Sig Models. Now, Sig Model Aviation was taken over by somebody else. I haven't heard anything much about them, but they do sell a large collection of Balsa Wood. Balsa Wood, if you want to just get your own balsa. They also sell a lot of canopies and a lot of the materials, building equipment. I will share with you some of. They are a true RC company when it comes to Balsa Wood aircraft. And I'm going to share that one here. You can share that one. Paste. and that is the other one. Sterling doesn't make models anymore, but you can find a lot of kits also on eBay. eBay's still a good source. A lot of people have held on to some of these models. You can find models at hobby shops still. You can find some Balsa Wood kits. Sometimes you go into an old hobby shop and somebody behind the counter, just ask them, hey, do you have any Balsa Wood kits, any Balsa models? And most likely they still have a box in the back of the hobby shop that they're trying to get rid of, and maybe they'll offer you a discount to take them because they can't sell them there. Like I said, a lot of people have gotten away from building their own planes. I think building your own plane is just one of those rewarding things you really got to learn, try and do. There's a lot of kids nowadays that they just want to go on, they want to buy this kit here, and it's really not a kit. It's just the frame. It's an ARF kit, like EGRC has said. It's an ARF kit. You just slap the wings on. You put your Graves RC. No, I have not. If you want to put the link in there, and in the comment section, and I'll take a look at them. But also, there's another Balsa company out there, Balsawood USA. But yeah, people just want to put in their transmitter and go fly. That's all fine and dandy, but you want to learn about your plane. Balsawood USA. I'm gonna pull up Balsawood USA. I think I have them in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Dumas is another one. Dumas used to build boats, but you can buy airplanes. They do have airplane kits. They do RC sailboats, RC boats, and airplane kits. Copy. Let me put this one on here. So it's called Dumas, D-U-M-S, D-U-M-A-S. That is what I'm building right now over on my desk over here. And this is another one. Dumas Scale Products. They also have laser cut wood. Let me show you how the Aero Coupe is coming out. This is my Aero Coupe from Dumas. As you can see, a pretty big plane. Laser cut parts, very easy to pull out. It is very delicate, though. It's got a lot of stick rib construction. You got to be very careful when you're handling it. I had to add some more rigidity towards it for specifically the tail. I made it a one-piece tail. I bought the Balsa Wood. Yes, I am going to tell you right now, you can also buy balsa from Blue Nose Wood models. They have balsa. There's still some companies out there that carry balsa. You can also buy balsa from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby still sells balsa in the back of their store and is by the construction by where the hobbies are, where the plastic model kits are, and you can buy them from that. Sorry, guys, I got the fan blowing. That's why you see some paper rolling around and it's nothing paranormal, okay? Just to let you guys all know. I've got a fan over here. I got my air conditioner over there, trying to keep the temperature down in here. It gets hot in the garage during the summertime. It's 90 degrees outside. I'm living in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So back to the kit. I had to add some rigidity to the frame because the kit doesn't ask for this. It just gives you there's no instruction sheet. There is a set of plans like this. Okay, you put them out and then you build the kit on top of that. Well, you really have to do a lot of guessing with it. It gives you a description sheet, but not like a picture to picture sheet like you would find with a plastic model kit. So these kits here, yes, I have seen at H&M. Oh, Hobby Lobby, yeah. So Graves RC is. You know what? I think I have been. I've heard of Graves RC in Florida. I think, are they in Orlando? I think Orlando or Sanford. some of the guys at the field have talked about Graves RC, and I'm thinking it's in the city of Orlando, somewhere around city of Orlando or Sanford. But there's also K and K Hobbies, which is down in Fort Myers. Hobby Lobby still carries Balsa Wood models. You can go to Hobby Lobby. There's a Hobby Lobby in Tampa. There's 2 Hobby Lobbies in Tampa, and I think there's one also in Orlando and in Brooksville. If I'm not, I think there's also a Hobby Lobby. Not Hobby Lobby. Hobbytown, USA. Sorry about that. Not Hobby Lobby. Hobbytown, USA still carries Balsa Wood models. But yeah, that's the Balsa. That's my Balsa Wood kit of my Aero Coupe. Kit's pretty straightforward. After that, if you know what you're doing, you can put it together. Now, if you're just getting into this hobby of building your own balls in Orlando, yes, you're right. If you're gonna get into building a Balsa Wood airplane, buy a Gillows kit. Buy one of their smaller kits. One of the very first ones that I had was the Piper Cub Super Cruiser. I built the Piper Cub Super Cruiser like 3 or 4 times. I'm sorry, the Super Cub. Build the Super Cub, get into it. If you're a young person and you've never really built an airplane and you want to just get into it for the first time, maybe do it with your parents. Do it for the first time. If you're an older person starting off, like maybe in your teens, Balsa kits are really cool. They're really easy. You're going to learn more about an airplane from a Balsa kit than you are from one of these. You'll learn how the plane is built, how the plane was put together. You can get, with a Balsa kit, you'll be able to get more detail put in. If you're a detail person, you want to detail an aircraft, you can do that with a Balsa kit. Even a plastic kit, but the plastic kit's not going to fly. So if you want to get into details and you want to do your flying thing, Balsa kit would be the best way to go. You can get really detail oriented with a Balsa kit with the exterior of the aircraft. And if you do it smartly, what I mean by that is that the minute you get your parts, if you get your parts in your plan sheet and it comes with detailed outline of what your kit's components are, you can build multiples. So you can buy extra Balsa Wood and build multiples, and then even experiment with making them with foam board. I actually started building a Balsa foam board aircraft, and that is the Mustang, which I incorporated Balsa for the rib core, and then for the sheeting on the outside, I used foam board. The wing structure is made of Balsa. This is my Mustang. I started building it. I just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet. I lost a little interest. I really got gung-ho into it, but I kind of took time and decided to take a break from it. So as you can tell, the interior is made of Balsa. You can also use 1/8 scale plywood for your interiors, depending on how beefy you want to make the plane. But this is a combat model. So this is a Mustang, as you can see the outline there. And the exterior skin is made of 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter foam board. 4 millimeter, I'm sorry, 5 millimeter foam board. So there's the foam board. You can see the thickness on it. It's just Dollar Tree foam board that you can buy at any Dollar Tree. Your Balsa Wood, you can use Balsa Wood, or like I said again, you can go to Home Depot and get what's called door skin, which is 1/8 inch thick. You will need a bandsaw to cut it. If you have a bandsaw, you can use that. Or if you're, a young man or a young lady or whoever, get your parents to help you cut the parts out, and that way you don't cut any fingers off. I've seen way too many accidents and too many stupid people do stupid things. So I'll get back to doing that kit when I get a chance, or maybe down the road. So Balsa kits are really a really cool way to really get into the hobby. If you're the type of person that likes to come home from school or from work, you put on, I'm like right now in the background, you probably can barely hear it. I'm listening to lo-fi, Lofi Girl uh, music in the background. I'll put my fans on, my air conditioner on. Sometimes I'll put my TV on here on the computer. I'll sit back and I'll start banging out, working on my plane. I'll continue working till about myself. I'll work on it for like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, or until somebody comes and gets me and tells me, "Hey, listen, dinner's ready. Or are you going to make dinner? Or are you going to do this? Or are you going to do that?" And so, or you're. Sometimes I'll space out a little bit, but I'll get right back into the groove of building. Um, it is a way for your brain to relax. It's a little relaxing building something, that feeling that you've accomplished something by building something. If you built plastic models for a long period of time, like I used to, um, I think you'll find more of a fun thing to do with Balsa Wood models than you will plastic. Plastic has gotten real expensive. Um, I think plastic is just pricing ourselves are completely out of the hobby there. Balsa Wood, there's still a chance. We can still save the fine scale hobby uh, uh, hobbies with Balsa and RC. And RC is there, but you, like I said, you really gotta try your hand at building yourself a plane. You can do flight tests. Flight tests, what they do is a lot of foam board stuff. They have some pretty cool kits. I do have to give it to them. Um, Flight Test has what's called speed build kits that they show. They have laser cut foam board. That's another medium you can use. Once you get really good at building stuff, you'll go in from steps. You'll go from beginner step, intermediate step, and then expert step. And then when you get to expert step, you're going to be trying different things. You're going to be not only playing with balsa, but laminates. You can use on balsa, you can use fiberglass. Now, if you don't want to go to the balsa wood route, you can use foam, and maybe go down the aspect of cutting your own foam blocks. Um, there's a lot of videos online on how to make your own laser cutter, or I'm sorry, hot wire cutter, where you take a piece of wire. You talking to someone who has a bandsaw. Okay, well that's you, but there's a lot of people that don't have that stuff. So, mounted a P40 top half to it. Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks like an interesting. I'd like to see a picture of that. E-flight. That must have been an interesting looking airplane. 1.2 meters. Wow. So you took a Mustang and mounted it to a P40 top half and turned it into a P50. If you think about it, it does work. That's a very good way to do it. You can also do it a lot better with just making your own stuff. You didn't have to tear them apart, but hey, if it worked out for you, that's great. Um, there are some people that don't have a bandsaw. You know, there's guys out there that they still do it with the hand, the little hand saw, little the little scroll saw that you get at the hobby shop, or you get it at Home Depot. You got videos? Okay, I'm gonna check out your videos. I'm gonna take a look at them after we're done here. Um, Back to what we were talking about. So yeah, case in point, EQRC. he's building models using using foam, and he's putting together. He's using his imagination. That's even better. That's, scratch building is one of those things you can do with balsa and you can do with foam. So what I was saying is you can use a hot wire cutter, and there's videos online on how to get one and how to make your own. Maybe watch a couple of their videos and figure out how to make it. I know it's pretty easy, just playing with electricity though. If you got some extension cords laying around and you want to make your own and you're good at electrical work, make your own. You get your foam board. You can get pink insulation foam from Home Depot, and you can make your own wings. There's a guy online who is building a B-17. He's taken his time off from building the B-17 because he inherited a PT-19 Stearman. And I believe he is spending most of his time working on his Stearman than he is working on models. But if you watch some of his videos, he does a really cool job. He was building a quarter scale B-17 electric with 3D printed and multimedia parts. He cut the wings out, and then he laminated it in balsa wood. That was a cool idea you just came up with. That's good. So he laminated in balsa, and then he built the aircraft. Excuse me. It's getting close to my bedtime. But hey, just a side note here. I may change next week's video to Sunday night instead of Monday night. Just a side note there. I'm going to try it on a Sunday night. EGRC, just to let you know, I will put out the idea. I'll put out the reminder on Friday night, so everybody will know. That way you get 2 days of reminder, and I'll put another reminder out on Wednesday. We're going to try it on Sunday night. So it's going to be Sunday night and see how many other people we can get. EGRC, if you can. Make sure you like and share the video and share it with your friends. See if you can get anybody else onto our little chat discussion here, because I may actually end up discussing more about your video next podcast. But you can build whatever you want. There's people building. There's a guy that put together a RC plane lawnmower. Yes, that is correct. He built a lawnmower RC plane. It looks like a lawnmower, drives like a lawnmower, but it flies like an airplane. I've seen people do Superman. Superman flies through the air. There's just so many things you can build. But balsa wood, that is where you can start off. And it's just one of those things, balsa wood kits have come such a long way. Laser, you got the laser cut, from just regular die cut to laser cut. I mean, it's so many mediums, unbelievable how much we've gone to this point. And it makes it much more fun, I believe. Speaking of B-17, my Legend Hobby B-17. Hey, that would be cool. I want to see that. I'm going to check your videos out. Check out EGRC if you can. That way he can... Zilroy. He puts out plans and helps you build quarter scale model remote control airplanes, but using gas powered. There are some that are electric, but he'll sell you the plans for any of his aircraft. Also, you can go to Outer Zone. You can download an Outer Zone plans. Go and find a print shop and print out your plans and build your own airplane. So, getting back to the balsa wood thing, because we're going off on a tangent here. So, this is your plan sets. So there's a back side and a front side. When you build these planes, what you'll do is you'll put down wax paper on top of it. That way, when you're building it with super glue, you're going to use super glue or a regular wood model glue, whatever. You do not, your plans, your plane doesn't stick to your plans. That's a bad thing, because then you won't be able to use the backside. So you'll build one of these and you'll thank me in the morning. So the Corsair kit that I've got, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, pardon me. So this is the Corsair. This is a pretty big plane also. You can see that. It's a pretty big plane. You build it, and then you cover it with plywood, and you build a Balsa Wood model airplane. In the kit, in the plans, it shows a gas-powered motor, but I've got a lot of electric motors, and I'm going to build mine out of electric. I actually, if you look up on top here, this plane up here is an old Sterling Piper Tripacer, 44-inch wingspan. I got a very large electric motor on it. I've already done some hop tests with it. It will fly. I will get to it. I will make a video of me finishing it off. And for those who told me, oh, those old Balsa kits, they don't fly the same, they don't know. You can still get the old Balsa kits to fly. You just have to make sure you have a good ESC, a good battery, good pitch prop, and you can make your planes fly. When taking off, anything like any other airplane or Balsa plane you're going to be flying, when you're taking off, you'll put your full throttle in. You'll let the plane fly itself. You'll pull back on the stick a little bit. Let the plane take off. Let the plane start to take off. Don't yank back on the stick really hard, because you'll end up stalling the plane and then crashing your plane. Pull back on the stick lightly, and the plane will start to lift off the ground. You'll actually notice at some points when you're accelerating, the plane will start to fly itself. If you have the trim set really well, once you get your plane in the air, you'll fly it up to a high enough altitude where you can do all your trim settings. Tomorrow we'll be taking the Tiger Moth up to the field and doing a first flight with it. Very good friend of mine, George, he gave the aircraft to me, and I am looking forward to flying it for the very first time. So, what was I going to say? My brain is all over the place. Frank, there's another chat show on watch on Sunday nights, Hangar 51 channel. Ooh, really? At 9 p.m. Oh, but it comes on at 9. Well, I was going to start mine at 8. So if I run it like for 45 minutes, you'll still have time at 9 p.m. to watch it. Unless you're in Florida, so you'll be able to watch it. For anybody else, please join me on Sunday. So we're going to just try it on Sunday, 8 p.m. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll still do it on Monday night. And then the week after next, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll do Sunday night, actually. Not this Sunday. We'll do it 2 weeks from Sunday night. 2 weeks from today. So that would be the 25th. We'll do a Sunday night show at 8 p.m. sharp here at Frank with Model Man Frank, and we'll talk about more about model aircraft. With that will be being said, if you're watching the video after the fact of me being live, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be alerted to the next videos. Oh, you're in South Carolina. Oh, that's cool. You're breaking my concentration. Oh, please press the like button. Press the little bell icon. You'll be alerted when the new videos come up. Let's RC. Hey, how you doing? Where are you? Friday night is open. Yeah, I wish I could do Friday night, but I work early in the morning on Saturday mornings. I work early in the morning on Friday mornings. We're just trying to talk about Let's RC. What would be best to do live chats? Is live chats better on Monday nights or on Sunday nights? Oh, you just subscribed? Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much for coming on and joining our conversation here about RC planes. Make sure you play go back on the video and you'll see we talked about Balsa Wood airplanes. We had a good conversation about it, about building your own airplane. I got a couple of links in there also. I guess I'll put out yeah, we'll do Monday night. We'll do next Monday night. We'll do a live chat starting at 8 o'clock, same time, same place, and then we'll do the following Sunday, the 25th. We'll do a live chat because the 26th I have some things I have to do, and when I get home, I'm kind of going to be very beat tired. I'm not going to want to talk online, so I think we'll do next week. Next week is what date? Let's see what date. So the 19th is next week. Next week, 19th, 8 p.m. Join me here, Model Man Frank's channel, and we'll talk more about aircraft. The 25th, we'll be doing a live chat also. Please join us here at 8 p.m. If you're going to be doing others, or you can follow me after the fact and just keep in touch. We're just going to try it on the 25th because, yeah, against the 26th, I have some things I have to do, and I will not be able to be online. Oh, really? Cool. That's pretty neat. I'll have to take a look at both of your channels. I'm definitely going to look at Let's RC and EGRC. Guys, it's coming close to that end. So, yeah, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Press the bell icon. You're going to press the little belly thing on the bottom next to the subscribe button, and that'll alert you when a new video comes out. I'm going to the field tomorrow. I already know which ones I'm going to take tomorrow. I am going to take the Cessna 310, so I will put a video out about that. And I'm going to take the Tiger Moth and maybe 2 gliders. I'll take this one here, which is the Gentle Lady, and I will be taking also the Bird of Time. So with that being said, it was nice talking to both of you. Thank you very much for subscribing. Let's RC and following me. And I will catch you both on the next podcast. And to all of you, my subscribers, thank you very much for joining. And I will have something that we could talk about next week. And with that being said, I will have a good, everybody have a good night. Frank from Model Man Frank. Sleep well, everybody. God be with you. And remember, God loves you. Have a good one.